Hello friends, welcome. I hope you're doing well today. It is quite a cold and gloomy day where I am, which just means it's a great day for video games, and it just means it's more time for Bloodborne. We're going to keep going in our guided tour, and hope you're ready for this, because I think this is going to be a pretty important episode. We're going to get into some really deep lore and uncover some of the story elements that we've been building towards, and yeah, it's a pretty big chapter for Bloodborne, so it's gonna be great. So strap in, hope you're ready. I think what we'll do is actually we haven't seen Gehrman in a while. I wonder, sometimes he likes to hide in this area over here, so let's see if we can find him anywhere. No, I wonder what spurs him to appear sometimes. Just won't be this time. So we'll go forward. So what we're doing as far as the game progress is we have defeated the Shadows of Yharnam. We got through the Forbidden Woods and the horrible snake-infested area, and that just means that we are at the foot of Bergenworth. We're about to go right into the grounds of Bergenworth. So before we do that, why don't we switch up some weapons here? What can we do? Thinking, you know, let's go back to Blades of Mercy. I feel like we haven't really used those in a while, and I might not have given those its proper due than the first time around. So yeah, we can do that, and then I don't know if we've really gotten any outfits. Actually, you know what? We haven't done the, where is it? The Graveguard mask. So this is a brand new set for me. I haven't even, you know, ever really seen it. So, oh gosh, you see that? Let's see. Graveguard robe. Graveguard manchetes. Is that how you say it? Graveguard kilt. Huh. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh my god, look at that face. He's like the Scream mask. Oh. And the pointy cowl I'm not a huge fan of. Gives me a little bit of a KKK vibes, but I mean, we're in red, so it makes it a little bit easier. Oh my god, look, in his pockets, he's got like weird instruments of horror, I would assume. And a little pouch. Oh, yeah, a little accessory there. Okay, cool, we'll just run with that. We'll see how this goes. It didn't seem like a very powerful set, so I might get my butt kicked here early on, so we might have to switch out sooner than later. Why can't I? Okay, Forbidden Grave. All right, Bergenworth, here we come. It's been a culmination of a lot of work to get here, so let's see what we see. Through this huge gate. Do we even look around here? We got these giant, I guess, I don't know if they're gravestones. They look like gravestones, but they're humongous. And in typical Bloodborne fashion, they're just like, you know, laid askew everywhere, because nothing in this this world is in perfect pristine condition anymore. But let's go through more woods. Oh god, I see. Oh yeah, okay, so let's look at this guy. Horrifying. Nope, no back. Oh no! Oof. Oh, he's giving me frenzy. Oh no, that is horrifying. Okay. Oh, he's giving. Okay, the frenzy's going down. Okay, I was like, am I gonna have to use sedatives? Might have to equip sedatives actually. Make sure. Oh, we already have them on. Okay. Sedatives. Okay. All right, let's look at this horrible thing. Where's my monocular? Okay. Yeah. Might not want to, but let's take a quicker look at it. Look at this thing. It's like some kind of insect fly creature with extra you know, like arms and just a gross collection of eyes. This creature is actually, the official name for it is Garden of Eyes, which is, I thought, like such a beautiful kind of poetic name for such a horrendous creature. But I guess you can see like why it's like, you know, it's got all these eyes, so makes sense, I guess. But yeah, we're kind of venturing into a new area. This is Bergenworth, and so that was like a brand new kind of creature, right? Like we're not we're stepping away from like the wolves and the hairy beasts and even like the reptilian snakes. We're getting into like more weird, I guess, insect-like creatures, kind of signifying a new area. And then these weird statues, which don't look humanoid at all, look like these weird hunched over awful things. Not very inviting for a school. Oh, you see it up there? You see the building? Oh, a lamp. Okay, great. Bergenworth. Okay. Looks pretty abandoned and not too friendly. What's over here? Oh, I see stuff. Oh, I see more of those Garden of Eyes. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm worried these Blades of Mercy just aren't powerful enough. Oh, tried my transform and it didn't took too long. Okay. Give me anything? No. Okay. So, we got a gate over here. Can't open. Okay. So we're gonna try and get into this building here. I did see one of these other Garden of Eyes over here. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, maybe I can sneak up on him. Oh, I just almost tried to climb up this thing. I forgot what game I'm in. There's no climbing in this game. Let's try and sneak behind him, though. Now, will I make enough noise if I drop down? Oh! Oh god, no! Oh! Let's get my sedative ready just in case I need it. Oh no! Okay, use my sedative. No, you're not gonna do that. Oh no. Get away. Oh god, they got me. Oh, I dodged. Thought I did. Okay, not nice. No. My frenzy going down. All right, so frenzy. If it goes all the way to the top of that bar, it'll take away like 80% of my health. So it's very deadly. Okay. Don't like these creatures. Let's go. Area over here. Oh. Now I think that is a brain sucker. Tentacle face. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can sneak up on him. It's kind of against the tree though. Oh god. Oh! Nope, that was not what I was trying to do. No, don't grab me! Ooh. Lot of stamina here. Still alive? Oh man, I need to switch weapons. This is not a strong enough weapon. Alright, let's go back to our good old trusty Ludwig. Grab this item here. Madman's Knowledge. Steps. Does not open from the side. Okay. Ooh, look at this moon. Make sure we're in the clear. Okay. Okay. By the lakeside with a beautiful moon. It's gigantic. It looks awesome. I love this view. Yeah, there we go. No! Oh god. I think I got away. Oh. Stop it. Stop it. Chill. Chill. Okay. God damn it. Okay. They don't stagger. Whew. Oh, get off. Get off. Get off. Gross. Okay. Oh, well then, yeah, there's this thing too. Like this weird centipede thing. Oh, man. Okay, so it looks like he's ready for me. So we're going to try and... Okay, he's going to shoot stuff at... Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. Oh, and you can hit me through the... Oh, that took a lot of damage. Oh, he's spitting up goo. Alright, that's not nice. Stay behind him. Okay, he's kind of... Oh! You see his mouth in front of him? It's like sideways. Weird. Oh. No, 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 no. Luckily, he's not the best at offense here. Gotta get my stamina up again. There we go. Come on. Oof. Well, he disappeared, right? He kind of like sucked back into a void. All right, let's get this item up here. Oh, a couple items. Madman's knowledge. Great One's wisdom. So that's a new one we haven't seen. So that's like a more powered up version of Madman's knowledge. So Madman's knowledge gives us insight, and it's the skull of a madman touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones. What is the Great One's wisdom? Fragments of the lost wisdom of the Great Ones. Beings that might be described as gods, used to gain insight. At Bergenworth, Master Willem had an epiphany. We are thinking on the basis of planes. What we need are more eyes. So again, eye imagery is coming back and playing a role in this story here. There's no door here. Okay. I think we might have one more enemy here, and then we'll have cleared out this hole. Yeah, there we go. Let him do his little lunge. Oh! Trying to do my trick flip. It's too slow. I can't, Okay. Heal up. Sedatives. Okay. You know, I'm gonna switch to my handy Rakuyo, because it's a lot faster. And hits pretty hard too, so. Alright, so now we're at the other side of this gate. Let's open this up for the shortcut. Alright, and yeah. Oh. Alright, open side door, let's go in. Cool, okay. Now, let's see a chest. Pearl Slug, let's see what that is. So it's a ritual, holy chalice material. Material used in holy chalice ritual of all the strange life forms that reside in the nooks and crannies of the old labyrinth. The slugs are clear signs of the left behind great ones. So the labyrinth, they're talking about the underground tombs, which we might go into soon. And yeah, they're talking about that these were discoveries in those areas that gave evidence to like the existence of these great ones. So we're in the Bergenworth School. What's interesting is that you have all sorts of flasks and vials and stuff, and you see these giant glass containers are full of eyes. So if I actually break them, you'll see that there's eyeballs inside them. It's pretty awful. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, there's another one. Let's see, probably a better view. Yeah, literally just glass jars full of eyeballs because they're, you know, they're doing their experiments all over the place, trying to gain insight. Alright, we can open this door. This way. This one's kind of like a pointless door. I don't know why they do this, but because we'll never really need this. But okay, let's go up the stairs. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's this guy. Hello. Okay. Let's get him in an area where we can fight a little bit. He hits pretty hard, so. Okay. Nope. Okay, there you go. Yeah, fall into your jars. Now, he's gonna do some crazy stuff, I think. Yeah. Okay, you see that? Whew. Oh, okay. I'm letting him kind of do his thing. I want to see like his moveset. Oh, he's doing some damage. Okay, okay. Come on, come on. Alright, I'm sick of you. Okay. Alright. Now we can. Oh, they disappear. Alright, so. Oh, I got a blood drag. And blue elixir. So that character, if you notice, I was trying to get a view of that person when he died, but he has an outfit, or she actually. Especially the headpiece was very interesting, right? So we actually have this that we can take a closer look. Is the Blindfold Cap. So that person was wearing this like weird kind of little. I thought it always looked like kind of a court jester with like the pointy ends and stuff. But this is clothing for the choir. Now the choir, I don't know if we've ever talked about, but if you read here, attire of the choir, high-ranking members of the Healing Church. So. We talked about all the different sects of the Healing Church, like the Hunters. The Healing Church Hunters is one. The School of Mensis was another one that we kind of ran into in Yharnam. And then the third one is the choir. So that's like the kind of like the executive branch, like the highest members, like the vicars and stuff. Those are part of the choir, and that's their uniform. And again, if you notice, they were. Well, I guess I can show you again instead of saying. Remember, the whole idea of like eyesight and blindfolds, like all the characters that we keep seeing with their eyes covered, this is another example, right? Like they cover the top half of their face, so you don't ever see their eyes, and it's just another like thematic element in this game. But yeah, it's kind of curious that there's a choir member in Bergenworth, because I think we've talked about that. The Healing Church has stemmed from Bergenworth, but they kind of split off from Bergenworth. So they're not actually really affiliated officially. Like the origins of the Healing Church are here, but they're not really in cahoots. So the fact that there's a choir member here is a little curious. Oh, treasure chest. Student uniform. Okay. Take a look at that for lore purposes. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Uniform of the students of Bergenworth, a bygone institute of learning, features a thick cape. The Healing Church has its roots in Bergenworth and naturally borrows heavily from its uniform design. The focus, not on knowledge or thought, but pure pretension, would surely bring Master Willem to despair, if only he knew. Does this say anything different now? Yeah, so interesting description there where it just talks about, like, again, like what I just said, like, you know, Healing Church is kind of has its roots in Bergenworth, but they broke off, and apparently doing stuff that the head of Bergenworth, Master Willem, would not have approved of. And just the words like pure pretension, you know, like that just means like they're doing stuff like out of hubris and doing stuff that's not probably not advisable and probably not for the good of anyone else except like their own self-serving. And we've kind of seen evidence of that, right? We've already uncovered that the healing church is not, their purpose is not to like help people and heal people, but like this is experiments for their own kind of their own means and ends. Got a note here. The spider hides all manners of rituals, certain to reveal nothing, for true enlightenment need not be shared. So we have heard this mention of spider before. It was like one of the first times we got mention of Bergenworth, actually. Like right before we got to the Cathedral Ward, there was a note of like the Bergenworth spider, like again hides the rituals. So the spider is concealing something, certain to reveal nothing, for true enlightenment need not be shared. Okay. Oh, let's look around. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. That chandelier light thing reminds me of Game of Thrones, like that spinny thing that's always in the intro of the opening credits. I like these comfy leather sectionals, but no one's around to make use of them, huh? Okay, so that's where we can summon an NPC. We're not going to do that, because we don't need no help. Here's another item here in the bookshelf. When the red moon hangs low, the line between man and beast is blurred, and when the great ones descend, a womb will be blessed with child. So, yeah, we're doing more moon imagery, and then talking about great ones, and then again, like we're starting to surface this theme of like childbirth and wombs and stuff like that. So that's like another element that starts coming into play again. Like, you know, it started with blood, then it gets to like eyesight and insight and vision, and then like children and birthing and wombs and stuff. So that's like the third phase of this story, which we'll keep getting more information on. All right, got a ladder. I heard something. I hear something squishy. Lunarium Key. Key to the Lunarium facing the lake on the second floor of the Bergenworth College. In his final years, Master Willem was fond of the lookout and the rocking chair that he kept there for meditation. In the end, it is said, he left his secret with the lake. So poetic and so cryptic, right? Okay. Getting into the top. Oh. You see that guy? He wants to... No! God damn it. I dodged. Tried to dodge. Ugh. Okay, you gonna give me anything? No? No rewards? Alright, let's go get that chest. Empty phantasm shell. I think I know where that is. Okay, empty invertebrate shell that is said to be a familiar of a great one. The Healing Church has discovered a great variety of invertebrates, or phantasms as they are called. Shells with slime still harbor arcane power and can be rubbed with weapons to imbue them with their strength. So... that item is basically like, well, how we have fire paper and bolt paper, so we can apply a damage buff of a certain element, right, to weapons like fire or lightning, basically. This weapon adds arcane to weapons. I guess I can try and use it. Let's see how this works. I don't actually use this very often, so... oh, yeah, see? Now our weapon has, like, cosmic arcane energy on it. Pretty interesting. But I don't think we really need that. Actually, what we're going to need in our next fight is bolt paper, so why don't we get that going? I only have 3. It's not so good. Okay. Well, yeah, cool effect. I don't, honestly, yeah, again, I don't really use it very often because I kind of forget that I have it. But maybe I should keep it in mind. Okay, so now that we got the Lunarium Key, we can actually open this door. And in this rocking chair, we see Willem. And again, notice his eyes covered up. So remember, we saw him in the flashback, or the memory that we saw after killing Vicar Amelia, and we touched the skull on the altar, and it was a conversation of Willem and one of his students, Lawrence. Let's talk to him. Oh, see that we gained insight when we talked to him. And all he's doing is pointing to that platform over there. So yeah, he doesn't really say anything else or do anything. We can actually leave him here, or we can actually kill him and get an item. And I usually don't kill him because, like, why am I gonna attack an old man? But maybe I want to get that item from him. And also put him out of his misery. And also notice he's not bleeding blood. He's bleeding the white weird fluid that some of the other enemies are, like, not our typical Yharnam citizens, but like these Garden of Eyes, the brain suckers, like they all bleed like white fluid, not the normal red human fluid. Eye. Okay, let's take a look at eye. That's a special rune. Dang, yeah. Secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. A transcription of I, as spoken by left behind great ones, allows one to make additional discoveries. I symbolize the truth Master Willem sought in his research. Disillusioned by the limits of human intellect, Master Willem looked to beings from higher planes for guidance and sought to line his brains with eyes in order to elevate his thoughts. So yeah, again, like he's using they're using like eye imagery to really just kind of illustrate this idea that they're having, and this is really just telling you like what the goal of Willem and Bergenworth were. You know, once they in these like underground labyrinths found these great ones, I think it just kind of spurred them to like have goals towards evolution, towards becoming like these gods that they found, like trying to achieve godhood. And the way that Master Willem approached that was like, we need to have more like insight, we need to have more eyes, and like just gain enlightenment through the ability to see and experience things, you know, and having more eyes is his way of doing that. In some ways, like very literal, like when he's like lining his brains with eyes, like sometimes that's like a very literal way that they're trying to achieve that. So really the goal of Bergenworth was trying to ascend, you know, like achieve like godhood and enlightenment. And it's really like the crux of this game. Like even the healing church, like that memory that we see with Willem for the first time and talking with Lawrence, like one of his students who's like leaving him, like some of the, you know, the key words in there were like, oh, like you're seeking to betray me and leave me and stuff like that. They kind of had basically what they had was like a dispute of like how to move forward with like how to achieve like the same level of great as the great ones. Like Willem was always going after this insight and eyesight, whereas Lawrence, who ends up leaving to found the healing church, like he's the one that breaks off and builds the healing church. His whole philosophy was like, we're gonna go and, you know, we found this old blood, like we found this healing blood, like we're gonna go and try and achieve godhood through this miracle blood. So that's like, again, goes back to the crux of this game. Like the two main things are blood and insight, and it's symbolized by these two factions, basically, Bergenworth and the healing church. So Bergenworth is the insight, and the healing church is the blood. And it really is just like different approaches of how to attain godhood. So the eye rune was all about like Bergenworth and insight. The other one that I think, if I can find it, metamorphosis is the one. Yeah, clockwise metamorphosis. And we've looked at this before, but this one is the one that symbolizes the healing church, right? The discovery of blood made their dream of evolution a reality. Metamorphosis and the excesses and deviation that followed were only the beginning. So yeah, like they sought to attain evolution through the blood, whereas, you know, Willem tried to attain it through gaining eyes. Let's see if there's anything else that's worth talking about. Yeah, it's really, again, like now it's like that's kind of the crux of the entire motive behind all these different organizations that we come across, like the Healing Church and Bergenworth, like we talked about. Like, this is not them trying to help people and trying to, like, you know, find a cure for cancer or anything like that. Like, it was all really like a kind of like a smokescreen of like, all they're trying to do is basically become gods. Like, it's their ambition and hubris of like, we can become better than what like humans are. Like, we're gonna become like these great ones that we keep talking about, which we haven't really met yet. So that's kind of the next step, right? It's just like, this game is all about, has always been about evolution, and it's been masked by this whole thing of like the problem with the beast scourge and the blood and all that stuff. But that's not what this game was about. This game was about becoming gods. So much more ambitious and crazy maybe than what a lot of people think. So we're just gonna move forward and see what he wanted us to do here. We got a nice view of the moon and the lake, and if you look down, you see this rippling. So it's kind of inviting you, and since this ledge has no like barriers and stuff, you can walk right off this. So we're just do that right now. Moonside Lake. So now we're in this like amazing setting here where we're just like on I don't know if we're like on top of water or if it's just like really shallow water, but just like, yeah, just as far as you can see, it's like we're just in a body of water. And remember, some of the stuff we had found was hinting towards that. Like where is it? I think Deep Sea was one. Deep Sea, yeah. Where is it? Great volumes of water serve as a bulwark guarding sleep and an augur of eldritch truth. Overcome this hindrance and seek what is yours. So basically saying, like, you know, the lake is hiding something. And even some of the other stuff that we had been reading was like, there's a secret that Willem is hid behind, you know, this illusion of the lake. So we've penetrated through that surface, and now we're in this area to uncover what Willem was kind of guarding or keeping hidden. And it's this thing. So, a pretty crazy looking creature. It's very insect-like, and it's got, as you can see again, lots of eyes. Oof. And it's got this weird sideways mouth, like that weird hairy caterpillar. It's got like these cool little flowers growing on it. And if you can see, it's not being aggressive towards us, and if anything, it's slowly trying to move away from us. It's like backing away very slowly. So, it's not, you know, it's not trying to attack us or anything, but again, there's not really anything else we can do here except attack this thing. So what we're going to do is start fighting, and it is weak to bolts, so I'm going to use bolts. And now, Rom, the Vacuous Spider, and he just dropped a bunch of friends who are going to try and hurt me. Okay. And what you can do is you can actually take out these spiders and stuff and get them out of the way, but it's kind of a pain. Oh, except when they just beat the crap out of me. Okay, so he spawned somewhere else, and he's gonna start attacking me with like arcane icicles. And I'm just gonna avoid all these other spiders. Get out of there! Oh, I committed to too many hits. Oh, he's gonna disappear again. Where'd he go? He spawned somewhere else. Oh, alright, I gotta go the long way. Oh! Alright, I'm gonna try and juke out these spiders. We're gonna go kind of give them a wide berth here. Those pack a punch, so I'm just gonna try and not too close. Now this does get a little unwieldy because there become a lot of spiders. Oh, and they're gonna kill me if I don't get out of here, actually. God. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not smart. Okay. Yeah, this gets a little tough because it just, now there's a huge crowd between us. Oh, he's almost dead. Okay. Probably one good volley. There are so many spiders. Look at this. I'm not going to take the time to kill these. Also, they don't give you extra blood echoes or anything, so it's not worth it. Alright, got him. Okay. Prey slaughtered. Spiders. Alright. So yeah, not a very tough fight, but really actually kind of a more symbolic fight. We can talk about that once we deal with this. Now, see there's a figure now over here. Let me see if I can get closer. A little bit of view. It's a woman in a bridal gown, it looks like. All right. So remember that comment we read in the notes? It was like in the Bergenworth library. It was like when the red moon hangs low, a great one will seek a child, basically. Oh, okay. So ritual secret broken. Seek the nightmare newborn. So if you remember this room, we got here a couple episodes ago, but you also notice there's this thing just hanging above up here. This horrifying giant monster. Yeah, so killing Rom, you hear that? You hear a baby? So killing Rom is like a really big moment in this game. It's basically like kicking it off into sort of the back half of this game of like revealing what happened. So Rom was like, I'm trying to explain. So when you kill Rom, like you get a trophy, and like for every trophy of the bosses in this game, you get it gives you a description. And for Rom, it says killed Rom, the Great One. So Rom was a Great One, but the thing was, Rom is not a natural Great One. He's one that was created by Willem and the School of Bergenworth. Like that was their attempt at creating basically a god. And it's interesting. He's called like the Vacuous Spider, which makes you think he's not very important or anything. Like vacuous can mean like empty or stupid, basically. And really what Rom was doing was he was kind of like the dam protecting the city of Yharnam from the influence of the Great Ones. And you can see like what happens is when you kill Rom, like everything shifts in this game. You start seeing these giant monsters, and you might think like, all right, well, we were in this room and there was nothing in here, right? That door was closed also. But like, okay, well, maybe this monster appeared after Rom, right? But if we go try and get through this door, I'll do this really quick. See him trying to reach and grab us, and that lighting effect that happened before. Remember, we got to this door an episode ago, and and there was nothing here. But when we got close to that door, we saw that same effect. That was because this thing was always there. It was just invisible to us because we didn't have the insight. We didn't have like not the game mechanic insight, but like the story wise, like we had not attained the awareness or the enlightenment to see creatures like this. So this thing was always here. It was just invisible to us, but it had its effects. We are gonna go we're gonna use a bold hunter's mark. to teleport back to the dream. Wait, did I miss it? Use. Yes. And we're going to look at some of the changes that happened to the world now that we've killed Rom. So just like how we killed Vicar Amelia, it kicks forward the next phase of the night, right? It goes, oh. All right, well, that was pointless. We're going to go the long way here. Now, let's take a look at the... I'm just going to run through this. We're going to get back to the Cathedral Ward. Not even going to bother with these guys. These things I might kill them. Some shards. Thank you. This is where we fought the... oh, let's see if these people in here that were crying like crazy... No response. They're not even like laughing anymore. Remember, they were like hysterical laughing in this, these doors, and now there's no response. Oh yeah, let's look. So, just like Vicar Amelia changed it to full nighttime, killing Rom changed the time, and now it's not just dark. It's like this crazy blood red moon is upon us, and it's making the sky like this crazy purple, blue, indigo color. Pretty stunning, actually, but you know. Oh, I can still hear the baby. So when I was saying like that monster you didn't see until you beat Rom. So again, like one of the things that happens with insight if you have too much is that you start seeing things, right? And if you get to the levels of like, I think like 40 or 50 or 60, you start seeing that monster like even before you beat Rom. Like you have gained enough insight just in other ways in the game. So it's kind of cool that the game does that. And I didn't want to show you that before because I didn't really want the there to be like a giveaway to what's happening in this game. Let's go down to Cathedral Ward. These monsters are sleeping still. Hello. Kill these guys first. Oh, you're gonna shoot crazy stuff at me. Oh. Oh, I'm on fire. Okay, okay. Damn it. I don't like this. Ugh. This guy's shooting stuff at me. Okay, let's just deal with one at a time. No! Why am I struggling with this? Okay, jeez. But yeah, if we get down to the Cathedral Ward, like, look at this. It's another one of those giant monsters just hanging on the side of the building. And again, like, if you had enough insight, if you had like 60 insight or so, you can come out here and he's been here this whole time. Like, this thing has been just hanging out in this city. Where no one could see him for a long time. Oh, we can talk to these people, see what they say. That's not good. Adela's kind of going crazy.
But I see through. I learned it all.
Okay, he's fine. This lady, she was not doing so well already. Okay.
There you are. You're early, dear. Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. Mother will make everything better.
So this lady's gone crazy too, because like she was always mean to us, but now she's like thinks we're her son or daughter.
To tell me.
I've had my share of woes.
You poor thing. But don't you worry. This will help you forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
Alright. Okay. She gave me a sedative. And then... Ariana? How are you doing?
There you are. Forgive me, I'm a bit out of sorts. So, no blood today, I'm afraid.
Okay, yeah, everyone here is not doing so hot. And again, it's like because we opened up a seal broken that was like being protected by Rom. Really, his purpose was, there's like speculation. There's no real true like definitive story about what Rom is, but a lot of speculation is that Rom was a student of Bergenworth and was sort of like either the volunteer or the one chosen to be part of the experiment of being turned into a Great One. And Rom's responsibility was really to protect the city, protect the people from the influence of the Great Ones. Like, you know, we were seeing all these people being driven mad, like all this, the influence of insight or whatever it is from the Great Ones is causing like all this madness in the city. Like all the people who, even in their protected homes, have like gone crazy because like that influence has been seeping out. Well, again, like we broke the dam with Rom, and now all that energy or whatever influence is like pouring down over the city now. So that's why it's like all these people are now being affected, whereas like they were slowly, it was maybe more slow, or they were even protected in this area, but not anymore. It's just like we've kind of unleashed like bad stuff into the city, so it's not good. What are we gonna do now? We are still kind of early. I think we can still go around and check on some people that we haven't before. Let's talk to see if they say anything new now.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it? Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins.
Okay.
Farewell, good hunter.
Let's see if Garriman's around. He is not. Let's see if he's hiding in that nook over there. I'm surprised. He should be around here more often. Alright, well, what we can do is we haven't checked in on Gilbert in a long time, so he wasn't doing so hot when we last checked in on him. Actually, let's start at the sick room. I want to give you the full effect of like what this city looks like now. And we can maybe check on Yosefka. Let's see if she's still answering through this door. Nope, she's not answering anymore. Do you hear something? I have a weird pulsing sound, right? Oh, and the baby. Yeah, again, the baby noises you can hear when you have like a lot more insight. Alright, let's go through. This is from the very beginning of the game. And now... Do we see any more of those monsters anywhere? I don't think we have any here, which I guess is good. Search Yharnam. So this guy. We can go up and talk to Gilbert. Oh, and there's a monster here that was never here before. And he looks like one of those old Yharnam beasts, right? We've seen a bunch of those before. Advanced knowledge. But the problem is, if you notice, this window's broken out and Gilbert's gone. So the implication is that Gilbert finally succumbed to the scourge and became a beast. And we had to kill him because he attacked us, which is pretty sad. We're gonna go I want to also check on one other person. Let's go down this way. Let's kill this guy real fast. See if anyone answers here. No response. None of the city people are responding to us anymore. I'm going to run through this original mob that we've seen so long ago. Hello. Yep. There's one more door here. I just want to double check. These were the really mean people who were just like laughing at us for being out here, and they're gone. Remember the window with the... Is someone chasing after me? No. Remember that window with the little girl? We're gonna go check on that window one more time because I had read something. I don't think I've actually done this before, but...
You haven't by any chance seen my little sister, have you? I told her to look after the house, but she's run off somewhere. She's still quite small and wears a big white ribbon. Have you seen her out there anywhere?
Give red messenger ribbon.
Oh, how did this happen? Why would she ever go outside? At least I'll have something to remember her by.
She's crying. So that's actually pretty new to me. I hadn't realized that there was another little girl that comes back into the window after the original girl like dies. So this is apparently her older sister, which is kind of odd because first of all, I guess there was never any mention of an older sister, and why is she the one who's still unaffected by the beast scourge when everyone else has gone crazy or unresponsive? So I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, actually. Interesting. Okay. Well, how do I get back to... What else can we do here? Because we still have a little bit of time. I think what we're going to do... Well, let's just go back to the Hunter's Dream then. Yes. So yeah, like all pretenses of like what's happening in the city are basically gone now, because now it's like Rom can't protect the city from the influences of this dream world. So stuff's gonna like start kind of seeping in and just start seeing some craziness. And I think what we can do next time, I'm gonna keep looking for German because he should have more dialogue options that we don't see. It's weird that we haven't been seeing him. Wonder if there's like a weird glitch in the game or something. Well, I'll just keep checking back here. Someday he'll show up again. But yeah, why don't we end this episode? What we're gonna maybe do next time is there's a couple places where we can clean up now that or a couple places that have opened up that we can check in on. Like especially, I think the one thing I want to do is Yosefka. We can close out her storyline, and we can also maybe close out Eileen's storyline as well. And then we can also maybe explore some of these underground tombs finally. That's been open to us, but I just haven't done it yet because I wanted to kind of reveal like what they were really doing down there before we went there. So we could do that next time. It'll be a little bit more like a side quest stuff. Like it'll be a little bit off the beaten path, but I think gives a lot more context and also some interesting... Oh yeah, look at the sky. Even in the Hunter's Dream, it's changed. Wow. I don't know if I've ever paid attention to that. Interesting. Okay. This game's awesome. I love it. Yeah, hopefully this made sense. What's been going on? Again, like, you know, these are meant to be just giving you like a sense of what's going on. If you want like really deep dive into like what all the details of what's going on, like I definitely encourage you to check out some of those like lore video channels like Vati Video, and then there's like a great resource that I've been using online. It's like a 40-page essay of like what's going on in this game called the Pale Blood Hunt, and it's by like a Reddit user. Don't know if we ever know his real name, but yeah, it's easy to find, and it gives like all the great like context of this game. Like I'm really just kind of giving more surface level, I think, and hopefully doing a good enough job so that you can follow along with what's happening in this game. But yeah, like it was a big deal that we got through Bergenworth, and now it's like, you know, just like how we failed with the Healing Church to like really kind of solve some stuff. At like Bergenworth was also just like, oh, now it's like things are even worse than before. Like maybe we shouldn't have been the ones to kill Ron, but we ended up anyway. But it's the only path forward for the game and for this character that we're playing. So we'll just keep forging ahead and see where this game continues to take us, and the insanity will keep going. So hopefully you're down for that, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.